Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I'm excited to show you this today. We are doing a foundation technique that I did on my ladies' night on my Unique by Melissa page on Facebook, and it was fabulous. I couldn't believe how well this trick works. So it may work for you, it may not work for you, depending on your skin type. Please make sure you exfoliate your skin before you try anything on your face because that's very, very, very important. I did do that. I exfoliate once a week. And so I did exfoliate today so that my application would go on really nice. See that? I love it. I love it. And it's going to last all day, girlfriends, until you take it off at night. It is. It's going to last all day. So if you want to know how to get this gorgeous look, just keep watching. All right, we're going to get started. I've got my skincare on. I was just adding some of this lip mask because I love it. My lips are so dry this time of year. If you hear chewing, that's my dog. Sorry. I had to keep her entertained. We just put in a brand new privacy fence. The most expensive thing we've ever done. I'm telling you, it wasn't the time to have to do it. But Sugar kept getting out of, the fence. And so we had to do it. There was no choice. And right at Christmas, yeah. So let this sit. I love to let this sit. Now, I do have on my skincare. And so I am going to add some more skincare underneath my eyes. Now, I have already added underneath my eyes this right here. I like this Super Berry Hydrate Plus Glow Dream Oil. Ooh, this stuff is fab. That's what you see. That looks kind of shiny. And I put it on, and I love to let it sit for like 30 minutes. I'll put it on and just walk around the house. And then we're going to use this Tula, and we are also going to use Unique's eye cream. I'm hunting it. Eye cream. This is what we're doing today. And that underneath your eyes is going to give you a wonderful plumped up, hopefully, all these fine lines. And so when we go to put on our concealer, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to go on so much smoother, and you'll be happy that you hydrated before you actually added it, okay? So let's get started with this face. And this trick I want to show you is like so bomb. I did it this week, and I'm like, I got to share it. So let's do it. Now, before I put anything on my face, I'm going to have to come through and blot. You do want to come through and blot any places that you might have like still shiny. You want to take away a little bit. The moisture's already gone into your skin. So I'm just kind of making sure that everything is nice. A nice canvas, in other words, to get started. Now, the first thing I'm going to do before I start my face, I am going to go ahead and put this Tula on. Oh, this is the eye balm. I like to put it right there and right there. And I just kind of, it's cooling when you put it on. They have different ones, but this one is really nice. This one's Glow and Get It. And it's a cooling kind of balm. And when you put it on, you can feel it. It kind of feels cool. It is a neat product. I've never used those products before until recently. And then we're going to use eye cream. We're going to have some eye cream. Definitely. This has caffeine in it. My eyes need some caffeine. And you can see that this is my favorite eye cream for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and add this. I'm just going to take my little pinky like that. And a lot of times I'll just dot it right here like that and that. And then just kind of blot it in with your finger. And make sure you come all the way. And whatever's left on your hand, you could put a little bit out here. And then come back and do the other side. This feels so good. And the reason I want to put it all the way out is because, guess what? I've got the bags right here. So I want to make sure I hit the bags. My sinuses have been really bad lately. So hence I have a bunch of bags underneath there. Then this is going to sink in. You can feel it. It's cooling. It feels so good on your eyes. Now, I'm not going to blot this. You're going to leave it because it's going to absorb into your skin. And when we get to that point of putting on concealer, then you'll see, it's perfectly ready. It's going to be the perfect canvas. Okay, I know y'all are ready. I'm going to take a little bit of this Tarte. This is like a smoothing primer. It's very, I don't know, creamy-like, but waxy-like. I don't know how to explain it. But I love to come around my lips with it. All these little fine lines that are right here where everything seems to be going south. going to try to make sure that it doesn't, you know, things run and get down into your lip lines. And I am definitely getting those. So all I do is kind of dab this on, and it gives you a nice little barrier in those wrinkles around your mouth. It is really a cool product. You could also use e.l.f., you know, the putty too. You could do that. All right, there we go. Now the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to use Younique's Prime and Set powder. This stuff is amazing. Now, although you could use whatever powder you want to, okay? I'm going to use this one. I'm going to shake it up, because when you shake it up, it activates it. And when you go to put this on, it's going to feel cool to the face. And see, it sits in the top. And then it feels cool, and then it's a powder finish. It's this amazing product. And literally, you can just use this and put your makeup on. But we're going to do the gamut today. We're going to apply our setting powder first, and we're going to work down the line. And I did this, and it's really working for me. So if you struggle with your makeup staying in place, this is going to help you. So get a little bit, and yes, you're going right over your moisture, where you put all of that lovely skincare on. Now notice, I'm not going to do it under my eyes. No, I'd never do it under my eyes. That area is just, I have to work on it a different way, and you probably do too. I can't believe I'm 60. I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, how in the world, where did the time go? All right, so I'm going to concentrate here on my T-zone, because that's pretty much where you break down and have most of your oiliness. And throughout the day, you'll go, and you'll see all of it kind of separating maybe a little bit. Oh, this is going to help you. We're doing things in reverse. We're starting with our setting powder first. And then when I go to touch this, I don't feel that moisture. It's locked everything in. So now I'm ready to do the next step. Now we're ready to add our setting spray. This is actually Younique's Prime and Set. I love it too. It is a fine mist, and you've probably seen me use this before, but you can use any kind of setting spray you want. And I just lightly spray this over my whole entire face, and you're going to let this sit until you feel it kind of absorb and dry, and then we can move on to the next step. We're getting there, girlfriends. This is going to make your face like super proof. It's not going to move all day makeup, okay? So let's let this rest a few minutes, and then we'll add the next thing. So now my face is dry and it's touchable. Now we're going to add face primer next. We're going to put primer over this, and I'm going to use Younique's matte. I like the matte face primer. You take a little bit like that, and then just do it between your fingers. And basically, I start off in my T-zone first, and basically, you don't see me rubbing it, right? I'm pushing it into my skin. This is the way I found that it's best to do for me. Now, you can try it either way you want, but sometimes the pores in this area just are hard to deal with. They really are. I've had more trouble with them lately. Maybe it's because I turned 60, I don't know. But up here, I make sure that I get it right here in the center, because that's where most of your makeup and stuff is going to break down. And that's what you don't want. So I'm going to add just a tad more. I don't have much more. And I'm going to pat it in. And I don't know if you've ever seen anybody else pat in their primer, but this has really worked for me. Instead of just swiping it, it just feels better if I pat it in. And in that way, I know I have pushed it into my skin, and it's becoming one with all the other stuff that I just added to my face, okay? Wonderful. Now, wow, we're almost there. So now we're gonna add our foundation. I'm using two colors. I'm using Tulle, and I'm using Eyelet. These are Younique's sticks. I love these. They just go on, they glide on, and they blend beautifully together. But I'm going to start with, the reason I use two is because I like to have a little light throughout my face without adding a bunch of concealer or something to it. And then I like to add this as my contrast. So this is the reason I use two. But I always start with the light color, and I put the light in all the places that I need light, like for places where I have wrinkles. Where we have wrinkles. And then I want this on the high point of my face, right here. just like that. And I do like to run a little bit of it right through here. And then I'm going to bring the darker colors through there. And I do like to put it here, 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 a little down my nose, not a whole lot, and some highlight right here in this corner and that right here. Okay, so it's so simple. Now take eyelet, and you'll just kind of add eyelet to the other places that we didn't see. I'm covering up that brown spot right there. This stuff is full coverage. I've got a brown spot right here too. I have matching brown spots. Did y'all know that? I feel like I do. We probably all do. I really am excited about going to the dermatologist in January. I want to see what he says about my face. I used to get the little chemical peels, you know, once a year. And then, you know, you didn't have all these spots on your face. And then it just got to where I wasn't able to go anymore. But there we go. So now we're going to blend all this out. And I'm going to do it with a beauty blender. Yes, it is moist. And we're just going to start bouncing this around on our face, pushing it into our skin. And you won't believe how touchable this is and how it stays all day. I'm just so impressed with this little technique. I don't know why I haven't been using it, you know, sooner than now, but I love it. And then we're going to add, you know, some light. We're going to do our contour under our eyes. My concealer, I mean. Now make sure you push it all the way in and just bounce it around. The one thing I like about doing it this way is it's very blendable, and it just looks pretty on the skin when you push it in with a beauty blender. It does to me. It just looks like your skin, but better. You blend it down. And then once we add all of our great bronzer and concealer, it's going to look so fabulous. Now, one thing I do after I do this is I let it set for a few minutes, and I look at it, wow, love it. And then I'll let it kind of rest to adhere to everything. And then I'll come back and I maybe can blot. Maybe you come back and blot a little bit and just push it in. I did this the other day, and that really kind of worked well for me. I've never seen anybody else do that, but I don't know what made me think of it. See, any little excess will come off that you don't need. I want it to look as natural as I can, but look like my skin, but just better. Okay, now let's move on and add all the good things. I just had a thought. After you've done that, blending everything in, get you a little kabuki brush and just kind of push it into your skin like this. I did this the other day too, and I had forgotten about it until I, got off camera, and I thought, I need to show them that. So this is what I did. Just kind of bounced it around, making sure that it's into my skin and that there's no peelies or anything like that. Because sometimes your lotions can make it kind of peely, but I don't see that in mine today. So, but this really does work. Puts it in, and now it's very, very touchable now. So we're going to move on, and I'm going to add some blush and some bronzer. We're going to finish up my brows. I haven't done those yet, but so I wanted to show you how this comes out and how I finish. I'm not going to do my brows with you, but I am going to show you how to do what's left. Your under eyes, we've got to do that. Now, if you still feel like your under eyes are not moisturized enough, you can take a little bit of your eye cream, put it on the back of your hand, and then you can take, your concealer and just kind of put it beside it. And you can kind of dab these two and mix them together to make it a little more, moist. This Kosas is so nice anyway, but I'm just going to show you how to do this. Just take it and just kind of move it in like that, just to get a little more moisture. And there it is. And then I'm just going to kind of pop it here, and then it doesn't matter. This is the parts I have problems with. And then you can just kind of dot this out this way, and dot this out this way, okay? And that's really all you need. If you want to add some more light, you could add some light here. You could bring it right through here if you want to add just a little more light, okay? And blend all of that out. It's very, very simple and easy to do. And it's amazing how this technique works to me. I like how it comes out and it's finished. And at the end of the day, my makeup is still there. That's what I love about it. So let me blend all this out like that. Okay, so now you can either use your finger or you could use a brush like this. This is a concealer brush. I like to let it warm up to my skin first before I start trying to apply it. And then if I need more, then I can add more, because guess what? It's on my hand. So I'm gonna kind of blend all this out with my finger. Just like that. So easy and quick. Do this side. And letting it sit there for a minute is really gonna help, because it, you know, your skin warms it up. And then it kind of goes into your skin better. I like it. Hang on, let me look. That look pretty good. That look pretty. I'm gonna add just a tad more right here in the center, right here and right here, because I do like a little light in this area here. So this still has a little bit of the eye cream in it. Just try it. You just, you know, try different things. If it doesn't work, it's makeup. You can just take it off and start over. I've done that quite a few times, trying to learn how to do different things. And, you know, it's trial and error, and you learn by doing that. So now I'm going to go finish up the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. All right, so I finished out my face pretty much. I got a few things I might add. I need to add a little bit of light through here and through the center of my face. Now, it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It always does. Sometimes some days your skin's different, and it changes, and the seasons change. And I think that's why mine is more dry now, because it's cold here. And I'm not a cold weather girl. I love the summer. I like summer. So what you want to do before you powder this, you want to take a brush, something like this, a small little brush, and you want to look in your magnifying mirror, and you want to see, is there anything settling, like right underneath here, under those little fine lines, and you just kind of want to sweep it away. And this little brush, this is Angie's brush, and this really does work. Of course, you can use whatever brush you have. I like this one because it is angled, and it makes it easy for me to see and remove anything that's excess, okay, that was settling in my fine lines. Now, when I go to powder, I really love to use a fine, I like a translucent powder. So I always use It's. Always use It's. I don't have much left in here, so I need to add some. So if you don't use It's or have not ever used It's, I really like it. It was the first real powder that I ever really liked. And it's translucent. It's so light, you don't even know you have it on. And this is a Morphe bullet brush. It's an under eye bullet brush, and it's number M536. So what you want to do with this, be minimal, like minimal. And what I do is I just tap it in underneath. You've got to do something to set. Then you could use a setting spray if you want to. I just like this little bit of powder that I use, not much at all. And just, you're not swiping it, you're just kind of dabbing it in. I like to bring it down through here too, through my T-zone. Just in case. You never know. Get caught in the rain or something. So let me see. Oh, see, that's perfect. It's not, don't cake the powder on or anything like that. I've seen people do the baking kind of thing, and that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Now, I think I have found the secret to my eyes. Of course, they change all the time, and yours probably will too. So you might have to make adjustments and stuff for this. But, however, this right here looks pretty good. I'm going to shake up my Revolution Fix and Glow, and I'm going to put it here. That way, nothing's going to move on my face today. I could use a little Milani, though. This Milani is really pretty. This blush here, oh, it's got a sparkliness to it, but I'm going to use this. This is my tried and true, everyday kind of way I set my face. And it's very, very light. And it's just very minimal. You're not even pushing it into the skin. You're just bouncing it across the skin. And I like it through the center. And see how pretty that is? So, oh my goodness. I love my time with you. It goes by so fast, though. It does. It just does. So please like and share and click that notification bell. I'm here on Sundays only. I'm trying to change things up a little bit in my life. I'm still working on that. And I love this new brow thing. I'm just going to tell you, because if you ask me, you're probably going to ask me how to do my brows. I bought this pomade in a pencil by Too Faced. Love it. And it is such a good product. And my brows look just natural. You can actually see the hairs there. I'm like, this is a good product. It is. I need to do a tutorial on this. If you want a tutorial on this, say yes. And I'll show you. I'll do that next weekend. How about that? I'll do that next Sunday. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you later.